Good morning, everyone. This is Table for Two with Naomi Nachman on the Nachum Segal Network. For those of you who don't know me or joining us for the very first time, I'm Naomi Nachman, and I'm all about the food all the time. I love shopping for it, cooking it, eating at restaurants, anything food related. I'm a kosher personal chef. I give cooking classes. I run shop competitions. I write 2 books, and I love to travel. I hope you'll tune in every week and hear about my exciting cooking adventures, kosher food traveling, sharing of great food ideas and recipes, and my amazing guests. So feel free to email me, naomi@nachumsegal.com, or follow me on Instagram and Facebook, or my website, theaussiegourmet.com, and you can catch me anytime. I am really excited to be here right now, and I'm a little bit speechless because my friend Joy Wilson, Joy of Cakes on Instagram, is a guest on my show, and I told her bring food ZK and I love to eat on camera. I thought she'd bring some cute cupcakes. She bought a full tray of food. Okay, my whole desk is covered in food. ZK, can we get this on? I'm actually going to take some photos right now in the studio. A little bit of Instagramming live going on here right now. Oh my gosh. So I'm actually recording my radio show and Instagram storying all at the same time. Look what Joy of Kosher has bought in. Joy of Cakes has bought in for me. Wow, look at that. Look what Joy has bought in. My friend Joy Wilson. Hi, Joy. Hi. Welcome to Table for Two. And look at all this amazing stuff. This is all edible, okay? This is not my book. Well, it is my book, but in cake form. This is incredible. Oh, my gosh. Maybe I'll leave some for Nachum. Maybe. We'll see. Amazing.
Are you going to eat your baby?
I know, right? I didn't go ate my baby. You know that old expression? Does anybody know what movie I'm talking about? Do you know what? Meryl Streep? Oh, yeah, okay. You guys are young. Anyone who knows that reference, let me know. Welcome, Joy. How are you? I'm just want to post this.
I hope you enjoy it, as promised.
Oh, my gosh. Joy, this is absolutely incredible. Joy.
She hopes you enjoy it.
That's very funny. This is absolutely incredible.
So, and there's cookies on this. These are little.
We're gonna be eating those. I'm like posting away and hosting a radio show all at once. This is crazy because I want everybody to see what's going on here. Okay, so hold on. Hit next. See, this is what my life has turned into. You want to get it on Instagram as well as the radio show because the two just help each other out. And I think that's absolutely fantastic. Joy, I'm so excited that you're here.
Me too. I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
I can't believe it. You have such a great background and history of what you do. You tell everyone where you grew up. I think
in Hong Kong.
So cool.
Moved there when I was 7, so pretty much my formative years were there.
You were born in America?
I was born in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And then we moved to Florida, and then to Hong Kong.
The plot thickened. I didn't even know that. Okay, so fantastic. So we're going to jump a little bit into the cakes right now, because and then we'll go back to a little bit because I want to send this home. Joy, what is this beautiful cake that you made for me?
So I made a mini cake for you. Inside is a yellow cake with Swiss meringue buttercream, and
Parve or dairy?
Parve.
Okay.
My whole bakery is Parve. And then obviously I covered it to make it look like a book, and then took a lot of editing of your book cover because I want to surprise you, so I didn't ask you for images. So I was taking images of the book myself.
Oh, my God.
So it took a lot of editing, but I think we got it.
It's beyond. And she's made cookies. It's on a platter, and there's cookies. And she did this because it's the anniversary of my book. It's a birthday cake for 1 year old.
I know. I should have put a little one candle in it, but.
Oh, my God. Amazing. Photography by Miriam. And her next book has just come out also.
I pre-ordered. Can't wait.
Oh, no. She was down there last week. She signed, I think she had like 1,000 books.
I know. It was
like 50 and she had like 1,000. She's amazing.
I also pre-ordered yours too on Arts Girl when it came out.
I didn't even know you back then.
And I ordered it for my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law.
Oh, that's so nice. So we're gonna pack this up, this cake up, because I'm scared something will happen to it. So I'm gonna leave that for Joy to pack up. You too can order one of Joy's incredible cakes, her cookies. I'm just gonna hold up the Nachum Segal Network cookies and the Aussie Gourmet. Look at this. She's done such a beautiful job of of making these cookies. My kids love Simcha cookies. Okay, thank you very much for taking that back for me. Okay, amazing. Okay, all right, sit, relax. You can have a seat. I've got a few guests in the studio today. I'm telling them to. Okay, guys, you got to have a look at all these incredible. Can we zoom in on this? Okay. Okay, so we've sent the cookies off. The cake is actually getting a ride back to the 5 towns.
That's good.
I can take this on the train, but I think that
The cake probably wouldn't make it.
the cake
as
wouldn't
easily
make it
on the
because I'm
train.
such a klutz. But thank you very much to my friends that are driving it back. Okay, Joy.
Yeah.
What got you into cake?
It's a little bit of a long story. When I was little, my mom used to make my cakes. Nothing like crazy like I do, but I think it like always, she made me this one cake. It was a school bus, like a yellow bus. And it came from a book, like one of those sort that you get in the supermarket that's like a magazine / book. You know, it's like not a real book, and I would look through it all the time. And then I don't know why, but for my father's birthday, we always used to make a big deal. And I would always make the cake. Like, he's very into cigars. I made a Cohiba cigar one year, a shirt with a tie. He's very into his clothes.
Yeah, that's so cute.
So I was always, then I got married and I moved, I was already in New York. So I started doing it for my husband. And one year I had all of his friends over. And we were the first ones of all the friends to get married, so they were all single. And someone's like, well, if you like making cake so much, why don't you just go to pastry school? And literally the next Monday, I was enrolled in pastry school.
Go you! Guys, that's setting goals and doing something for yourself.
I always
Amazing.
tell
Where
him.
did you do that?
I went to the Institute of Culinary Education. It was, I believe it was on 26th Street at the time. Now it's moved. And it was a 9-month course. I did it only at nights because I was still working during the day. And that was it. I got pregnant 2 weeks in, and the baby waited inside for graduation.
Really?
I was able to graduate.
In 9 months, you were
Yeah.
pregnant from the beginning to the end.
Yes, the beginning was
Did the cakes
fairly
get
rough.
better as the baby grew?
Definitely. So obviously in the beginning it was like a slow start. I did it here and there, but it wasn't really what the business is now. It's definitely grown like a lot more in the last few years. As like my Instagram grows, the business also grows with it. I guess it's the exposure, meeting new people. So that's how it all started. And I also just like rebranded and did everything. Jenny from Art Scroll Print did all of my branding. So it's like more me now and more modernized. So yeah, we're moving things along.
And you don't just do cakes. If you can see in front of me, this was what you did for Thanksgiving.
Yes, getting
2
ready
weeks
for
ago.
Thanksgiving.
Okay,
and-
so ZK, I'm going to give you a pretzel to eat. ZK and I love to eat on camera, by the way. And look, she had little turkeys on it.
yeah.
There you go, ZK. That's for you. Okay, I'm going to eat one. And what are these guys?
So those are chocolate covered Oreos. And then the logs are called micro logs because they're so small they come in different sizes. And those are Lotus cookie butter infused.
Where?
The logs.
Oh, you had me at cookie butter.
Yeah.
These are
well,
delicious.
we love your cookie butter squares. I think I make those like every week in my house.
Yay! This is cool. What kind of chocolate is this?
It is, it's just like a dark chocolate. Actually, it's kind of also a funny story. Le Chocolate in Muncie runs a production for all the kosher bakers once a year.
Really?
And we
That's cool.
we put in our orders. I think we order over like 3,000 pounds worth of chocolate or something like insane. One girl takes care of the ordering for everyone. We just give her our order and she places it with them, and they do a special run so it's nut free and it comes in little circles so it's easy to melt and whatever.
Right,
It's just
right.
easy for us to work
Melting
with.
chocolate. Let's talk about melting chocolate as, let's pick the brain of,
Chocolate is a hard medium to work with.
right? Like it's very hard.
Right. So these are actually called candy melts, which takes away the tempering aspect. So
What
we
does
don't-
that mean? What's tempering?
So with regular chocolate, if you just melt it, and then if you try and like form a shape or something, it gets solid but not super hard. So it won't like hold its shape. It'll start to melt easily. You have to temper it in order to make it like have that crack.
What does tempering mean, though?
Basically, you're heating the chocolate up and then you're cooling it down to like a certain temperature so that
It becomes
it
more
becomes
firm.
more stable. It
Like you can
stabilizes.
snap it.
Yes.
Right, you
gives
see it
a
on
snap.
TV. I
yeah.
mean, I know what it is, but I want my listeners
Yeah,
to
yeah,
know.
yeah, for sure. It was like the roughest part of pastry school.
Right, I've seen them do it on TV and all those food
we
shows.
had to make like a sugar showcase with like using chocolates. It was Pesach. It was rough for me, but I ended up doing it. I did a baby theme because I was having a baby.
Babe, oh, there you go.
But it was. I remember it being. It's one of the most difficult mediums to work with.
It's chocolate. I
Yeah.
thought sugar would be hard.
Sugar's also hard.
It's
You really-
dangerous also
Yes.
because it gets
Yes.
hot and you can burn. Actually, look at that.
Yeah.
It's
so
splattered.
I did.
I have a bad burn from splattering.
I did a collab with Boca Baby. She makes little clutches and stuff, and she had a new item coming out, and it was vinyl. So I wanted to use sugar to give the glossy look of vinyl.
Okay.
And my daughter was filming me do it so I could put it on Instagram, and I poured it on my hand, and it like blew. It was not good. Yeah, sugar is extremely dangerous.
Right. Yeah. I can,
Yeah,
I can,
it was.
I can-
that
I
was
can
not
only
fun, but the
imagine.
cookies came out awesome. So
Okay, there you go. The price we pay. The price we pay.
those were fun.
Oh man. Okay, so was that like the worst experience you had?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I don't really. Thank
you have
God
to
I
be
don't
really
burn myself in the
careful.
oven so much. I'm pretty good about that. That was like one of the worst.
Can you
injuries.
give us, as home cooks, including myself, in that category, tips on melting chocolate?
So
Because we're not going to, let's be honest, right, guys? Like, I'm speaking of the half of me and the listeners. We're not going to be tempering chocolate.
So yeah, so I avoid tempering as much as possible. What I buy are Kanzi melts. It's called.
What brand?
Mine are par from La Chocolate,
Okay.
but they also sell. They package them for stores. They're called Easy Melts in stores.
Okay.
You can buy them at Moshe's. Gourmet Glatt usually has them.
Yeah, you got me glad.
Those are easier. You just melt them, and they're already tempered, and you don't have to deal with the whole tempering, cooling, and getting the temperatures the right temperature. You don't need thermometers. You just melt it. You could do it over a double broiler or in a microwave, and you're good to go. You start dipping. So
Okay, because it's
chocolate.
hard. Like, it can burn so fast. Now,
Yes.
talk about water and chocolate. They are not
not
friends.
No, not friends. If you need to get the chocolate a little bit more liquidy, you use oil or Crisco. Even you can put a drop in, and it makes it more silky and melty. But
I've
no
used
water.
canola oil. Yeah, chocolate makes the water. Water makes the chocolate seize.
Yeah.
Like pull back.
Yeah.
I actually learned that from Nachum Siegel's wife, Stacey,
Oh.
when I took a baking course with her. I took a baking course with her a couple years ago. Oh, she's taken another pretzel. I love that.
Yeah, the pretzels are always a hit.
Can I just say that you totally taste the Lotus, ZK.
Those are a
Sometimes
huge
we cook
hit.
steaks in the studio.
That's amazing.
He's very happy when I cook steak. He's not so happy when we do cheese.
Right.
He'd rather have steak than cheese, right?
I would
ZK?
also rather have
But
steak.
chocolate is good. He's had a rough week. Right. He's had a rough week. His chocolate makes everything a little bit better, right?
And Lotus.
And Lotus. Okay. Yeah, good. All right. So how did you get into printing, like the Simcha cookies? Like sometimes they ice it with royal icing.
icing.
See, I learn all that stuff.
So royal icing is also hit or miss. You got to get the correct consistencies and all that. So I actually switched over a while ago to doing a lot of fondant work. And when I started doing the fondant cookies, I realized unless I had cutters, which I do sometimes custom make cutters and stuff, I needed like another way to do logos and corporate, because sometimes I get orders from corporate events. So I invested in this edible printer, which
Do you eat the printer? That's what it sounds like.
right, no, but they have you think that you're ordering this super fancy made for food. It's a Canon printer, and you just buy special edible inks. But when you're ordering it from the edible
And special
ink company-
paper.
Yes, so the papers are called sugar sheets. And
Sugar sheets.
yeah,
I like
they
that.
come like lines on a little plastic, so you just can feed it in, and it doesn't break or anything inside the printer. Sometimes it does, but most times it doesn't.
So you line up the image on a printer,
Yeah,
and then you have colored special ink,
you have
And
special,
special
edible
paper.
ink. Yeah, and then it
and then
prints
hits
like a
print
regular print.
send, and then
So it comes through, and then
it's amazing.
I actually order just full sheets. You can buy ones that are pre-cut circles. I don't like doing that because I find lining it up is very difficult. So I actually also have a machine that cuts the images out for me, and I do it on a program. It lines up the print with the cut lines, So I just feed it through the cutter, and you could see it cut out all the images
It's
like perfectly.
Yeah, I'm going to hold that
Yeah.
up. She made Nachum Siegel Network cookies and Aussie Gourmet cookies. I'm absolutely in love. Now, let's talk about here. We've got a few things to talk about. Coloured chocolate is not really chocolate, is it?
No, so it's basically like white candy melts. White chocolate's not even really like chocolate.
Okay.
I know you need a knife really.
You need
to
a
cut
knife.
into-
I want to share it with ZK.
Yeah, bite into it. So inside that is a Parv Oreo. I think I use Blumios because they're nut free.
So cute.
And yeah, those are more like, I guess, just decorations. Kids really love them. They look fun and cool. So those are always like a hit with the kids. And you're about to open the cake pops.
And then we're all going to talk about life in Hong Kong because I'm
Yeah.
fascinated. Okay.
So the cake pops happen to be my bestseller of all time.
They are adorable, all in the 4 colours.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready? I already made all my brachas, so.
Dig in. Those are
Oh my God.
usually, people can't get enough of them. You've got to try one of those.
Okay.
And the kicker
I need a
is,
glass of milk.
I don't eat chocolate really, so I don't really eat any.
Really?
of myself.
So I also not a big chocolate
I'm
person.
not a chocolate person. I like white chocolate,
Me too.
or if it's like very milky milk chocolate,
Yeah.
and if it's loaded in caramel, it masks the chocolate
Oh
flavor.
my God, we're the same person.
That's when I eat chocolate. But
No, but this is really good.
so that is like the signature Joy of Cakes.
I did not think I would like the cake.
Oh, that's so funny. It's
I always
actually
think these things
it's
look
not
better than they
it's
taste.
not raw. Everyone thinks it's raw inside. It is not raw. It is cooked, and then I make it back into.
You're going to roll
a
it out.
Yeah. A lot of the times, people bake the cake into ball shapes, so it's very dry. Like they make those special like
Oh, yeah?
things that people cook. So it's actually a more perfect round circle. I think a lot of the bakers like that. Mine, not all are exactly the same shape because my hands roll them. So.
They're beautiful. Have
So
a
they're-
look, guys. Come on. Who cares, man? These are
I
beautiful.
think that they taste
And
better
they're flat
like
because
this.
you serve them, they,
Yeah.
they present them like this. That's why the tops
Yeah,
are flat.
people find it easier to put them upside down on a plate as opposed to buying something specially to hold cake pops up.
Oh.
So I do them. I flip them.
I think this is absolutely fantastic. Joy, we met like
I think a year ago. Yeah.
from my book launch, and
Right,
then we got
right.
to hang out and really solidified our relationship. Well, a little bit through Instagram throughout the year, but
Right.
we had this great hangout over Kosher
Coach,
Fest.
yes, that was amazing. We had such a good time.
Was that your first Kosher Fest?
My second.
Your second. I mean, I know
Yeah.
it's like nearly a month ago at this
Yeah,
point,
but
we're debriefing now.
I know. I still have everything in bags except for anything that needed to be refrigerated.
Right.
Because it's just been a crazy whirlwind of
I know.
a few weeks.
Yeah, it's,
so,
it's hard. Oh, ZK's going back for
yeah.
more.
Oh, I
He's
should
very
have
happy.
got more.
Pretzels
Pretzels are
and
good.
chocolate and sprinkles. Oh,
It's-
double
right?
texture. Oh, fantastic. Okay, talk to us a little bit about life in Hong Kong.
So I moved there when I was 7. So when I got there, everyone just was like, oh, you're moving to where all our toys are made because everything says made in China. So I was like really excited. I didn't really know what was going to hit me. And then we got there and life was like totally different.
Your dad got a job there, I'm assuming.
So yeah, my dad's job got transferred there. And then subsequently he opened his own company. So we were supposed to go for 1 year and it's been 30 years.
Oh,
They're
like
still
me in
there.
America. I
Yeah.
came for a friend's wedding. November 28th was my 20th year in America.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you know the feeling. So it was different. Everything, people spoke English, but it was British English because Hong Kong was a British colony. So definitely had to learn like the British lingo. And then Jewish life was totally different. It wasn't not there. Like it was very much there, but like I didn't go to a Jewish school there. They had one. It was just preschool and they sort of added. Now they have a high school. So that was hard. But my parents were amazing. They were like my best friends. They did everything for me. Anything I needed from a friend, my parents gave me. And we would fly back to America every summer and France because we have family in France. So we would.
You're very
do a lot of- we
multicultural.
would
Do you speak
travel.
French?
I do, and Arabic because my parents are Syrian and Lebanese.
So you speak French, Arabic, Chinese?
No Chinese.
No Hong Kong?
That is like my biggest regret. Everyone in Hong Kong spoke English. It is the type of language that unless you absolutely must learn it, it's very hard to learn. And we were so spoiled that everyone spoke English, so we weren't forced. But also there was something going on. Like when we moved there, everyone was in preparation for the 1997 handover. So while Hong Kong is a Cantonese-speaking place, they were teaching Mandarin in school. So even what you were learning in school, you couldn't really practice because everyone's
So now it's a mishka bubble over there.
Yes.
Well, now there's a lot going on in Hong Kong.
I know Hong Kong is not doing so well right now, but so it was hard. So like even though you were like learning a language, there was no one to practice it with unless you're like once a
Right,
week
very
class,
hard.
and so it's
Right,
very hard to
right.
learn a language, especially that.
Did you travel in the region? Have you been to Vietnam and
So,
Thailand?
sadly,
and
not
Singapore?
Vietnam. Yes, Thailand. We did Philippines, and I have not been to Singapore either. I wish I did. but-
Singapore, they speak English.
Yeah,
They
so-
call it Singlish because
Right.
they sound Asian,
right.
but it's English.
That
It's
also
you have to,
Chinglish is
right. You have to like listen hard to
Yes.
understand, but they actually speak in English.
In China, though, my favorite is still Beijing. We did Shanghai. Also, my dad used to have an office there, so we would go often. But I still love Beijing. Always did.
More than is there? I've been to Shanghai. Spent 5 hours at the airport. I mean, I had 5 hour layover when I was going on one of Miriam Schreiber's tours. Savi and I had a 5 hour layover. Miriam sent us a day ahead to take luggage. She's an amazing. What do they call it when you're planning something? And logistics.
Right. Yes.
Everything. She thinks of everything. And like, she said, you take this suitcase here and you take that suitcase
Right.
there. She's amazing. Stay tuned for more of her
Right.
adventures also. But we had 5 hours in Shanghai and we're like, 5 hours in Shanghai? Like, let's do it.
Right.
No one spoke English.
No, not a
there's
word.
like, you think we're American, everybody. I know
Yeah.
it's funny
No.
me saying that, but that everyone speaks English. No, they do not all speak English.
No one.
So we had
there.
to find someone who helped us get money from the bank, like the
Right.
ATM,
You're right.
because that's all international. And then she found us a driver, and it's like 5 a.m. Okay, so we went to the Bund
Oh yes.
and we saw the Bull,
right.
which is like the exact fun one outside
right.
of Wall Street.
Wall Street. Right.
And yeah, it was pretty cool.
So I like it there. There's a lot of Jewish history there.
Yeah, tons.
I loved it. We did like the tours of the Jewish ghettos and all that, and they also have like in the gondolas and all that, the silk factories. It's a lot of fun, but I don't know. There's something about Beijing and like the Forbidden City and the Summer Palace. I don't know, like the real.
I'd love to
the
see it.
History, yeah. It's always like had my heart. Also, we go to the Great Wall of China, where you take like the seats up and then you toboggan down.
Oh, I think
So-
Honey Applebaum did that last year in her Pesach program.
So
Busy in
I
Brooklyn.
grew up with Shimon and Zini Freundlich, who are the shluchim in Beijing. So
I'd love to
they
go.
take us all the time. It's
Oh,
like so much
that's
fun. We used to
so
spend
cool.
sukkahs there a lot. So yeah, I don't know, but people do love Shanghai. I maybe because of the Jewish history. I don't know, like, but everyone's always shocked when I for sure say Beijing.
Yeah, interesting. I have not been
Yeah,
there yet.
Thailand's really nice.
It's beautiful and cheap.
Yeah,
Thailand's really cheap. China, not so cheap, but
right. Well, it's getting more expensive. They're getting smarter. They're raising prices.
I know it's a little
It-
crazy. And
it-
people are love to travel. People are
Yeah.
really loving. Got the big travel bug. I mean,
Yes.
I've been bitten 100
Yes.
times over.
Yes.
The more countries you see, it makes you insatiable. Like,
Right.
I saw this, now I've got to add this, this, and this. And you meet other people on your travels who've just been somewhere else, like, oh, I got to go there too.
Right.
So my bucket list
So I
goes-
say that's like the one thing we did wrong sort of growing up. We were fortunate that every year we went to America and to France. We did Israel like a few times, but we went to the same place every year. Like if we would have every year chose somewhere else, we would have definitely seen more of the world. But we were in a lot of airports.
You're young. You can
Yeah.
go to a lot more places.
I know.
Do you go back to Hong Kong much now?
We go once a year in the summer. I take the kids for the whole summer usually.
Oh, that's nice. So this
Yeah.
summer you're going?
I hope so. This past summer, we did not go. My parents, my mom came to me, but I'm hoping that next year we resume back over there.
Oh, it's amazing, Joy. You're just so much fun.
It's-
So classy.
Thank you.
So talented.
Thank
I,
you.
I've blown away by what you do here and just your enthusiasm and passion for food, and you're good at sharing and collaborating.
I try. That's
No, it's amazing.
harder for me, but I trying not to be so shy anymore.
You're doing amazing. You should be so proud of yourself. It's really absolutely fantastic. I hope you can stick around. I'm not sure if your time schedules or parking lots and all that, but I have Jamie Geller on the phone.
Oh, awesome.
aka J Chef now, who's going to be talking to us a little bit about her new venture in the food industry. Welcome to my good friend Jamie Geller, the OG.
Hey, Nay.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, I'm back.
How are you, darling?
Good. I love you. I'm so happy to talk to you.
I'm happy to talk to you. I love seeing you. Jamie and I are friends inside the food world and outside of the food world. She's been in the studio quite a few times, definitely on the phone a lot of times, but I'm very glad to have you back to talk about this crazy, amazing new J Chef that's going on.
Thank you. I love always doing your show, Naomi. I always love seeing you, and I can't wait for your upcoming trip to Israel.
Oh, I can't wait either. Okay, so tell me about how this whole J Chef got started, because you know, we've seen this before in the food world, but there's a lot of buzz right now.
Well, like every sort of overnight success, it was a lifetime in the making. And it's actually been a dream of mine for years and years. I mean, people are coming up to me now and they're like, you are brilliant. You're genius. This is amazing. And I'm like, I did not invent this concept.
Right.
This is a multi-billion-dollar global industry, meal kits delivered to the house. So I cannot even claim that I invented it. I'm thrilled, though, to bring the first ever national kosher meal kit to the industry.
Now, please describe what a meal kit. I know what it is, but maybe the listeners who don't know what it is.
Well, of course, and it makes sense that they don't, because we were never really serviced in this way. And like I said, it's a major industry. So essentially what it is it's supposed to make dinner time easier for you and a lot more exciting. So what you're able to do is you're able to go onto the site. It's jchef.com/Jamie Geller, and every week the menu changes. So every week you'll have about 8 recipes to choose from, and whatever fish, chicken, beef, vegetarian, vegan, whatever you like. Hopefully you'll be able to find something every week in there that fits your family, and you can order dinner for 1 night a week, 2 nights a week, 2 nights a week, 3 nights a week. But what you're getting is all the ingredients to make that recipe. You're getting the ingredients perfectly portioned. Of course, all the vegetables are washed and checked. All the protein is vacuum sealed.
Which is fantastic, because some of the other programs that they had kosher didn't have checked vegetables. And if you've got to start checking vegetables, the whole thing almost becomes
it's
new.
Help. We're trying to make life easier.
No, it's good.
For sure. And the produce is really fresh, as you've seen, Naomi, and beautiful. And so I saved you a trip to the supermarket. And the idea is that this box is dropped off at your house. You can have delivery on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. And again, it has meals in there, however many you chose. So if you want dinner for 1 night, 2 nights, or 3 nights, and it goes in servings of 2. So however, whatever size your family is. So you can go for 2 people, for 4, for 6, for 8. It goes in increments of 2. And then the box is dropped off just like an Amazon package. So it's sitting outside your door. You don't even have to be there to sign for it.
That is true.
It's delivered in the morning. It will be fresh. It's packed and will be fresh and fine by the time that you get home from work. And every meal is individually packaged, all the ingredients in there. So if you're making the Thai beef for dinner tonight, you can go ahead and put the crispy schnitzel ingredients. They're all really nicely and compactly wrapped up in your fridge, and that's your ingredients ready for tomorrow.
It's fantastic. I personally experienced this. Jamie sent it to me. And I opened up the package. There was 2 packages inside, 2 silver foil envelopes, let's call them. One was for, so that they had the meat. One had the meats inside, and the other 2 plastic bags. One was the Thai beef, and one was for the crispy schnitzel. And exactly as you said, I kept one out on the counter to prep, and the other one I put away. I got these big recipe cards with photos, step by step.
So it's really funny because we had a big internal conflict about this. And originally, when you're thinking about sending a recipe with the picture and with step-by-step, instructions, a recipe card, you're thinking 3x5, 4x6, 5x7 max. How big is a recipe card? And my partner said they really wanted to do recipe sheets. And I'm like, that's so crazy. Who sends an 8x11 recipe sheet? But the bottom line is, it's so easy to follow. It's not cluttered. Every recipe has no more than 6 steps and no more than 10 ingredients. And so that you see each step as you go. People are cooking with their kids. Their kids are making dinner for them. It was so cute. I don't know if you caught it, but Zalman Klein, Schiffer and Schleimy's son, he made the chicken shawarma dinner all, by himself. someone just asked me to translate the cards to Spanish so that their housekeeper.
I think that is
Make dinner.
hilarious.
I love
Jamie,
it.
that is so 5 towns.
Totally.
And I live there.
But Naomi, you're using it the most I never imagined. I mean, tell people how you're going to use it next week when you go.
Okay, so when this airs, I will have just come back from Australia.
Okay.
Okay, so I know a little bit of a time warp going on, but what's going to happen? I'm going right now. It's the present, and I'm going to be going to Australia. So I'm going to be ordering meals from you, 2 for the first week, 2 for the second week. So my daughter Gabby and my husband Svi will have food waiting for them in prep because my husband's not going to have time to go to the supermarket. He doesn't know how to cook either, but my daughter Gabby does. So she said, they're going to go out to some restaurants and they're going to go out to friends, and then 2 meals each week they are going to have because she's in school a lot in college, and he works Meshuggah hours, and the dinner ingredients will be waiting for it when she comes back from college. She doesn't have to run to the store and think about dinner. Dinner is done.
And
Easy.
the best thing is every recipe is 30 minutes from box to table.
Right.
So it's really quick. It's really easy. It's not like you arrive home and now you're going to start this 1 hour or 2 hour laborious process. It's just in time for you to get hungry. Dinner will be done.
Yeah, no, it's really helpful, knowing that when I'm away, my family's going to eat. And there are a lot of busy mums out there who do travel. People think of the dads traveling and work, but no, the mums can travel and work too. I've got a friend who's a doctor, a surgeon. She could use this. She comes back late at night and she would really appreciate a gourmet meal. And it really was that Thai beef. I had it marinating during the day. I came home. I actually prepped it the night before even. So it even makes the second night, the next night, which was a busier day for me.
Wow.
It was done. And I just came home, threw it on the grill. Then I just quickly made the salad fresh. But, there are really busy people, and it's such a great convenience cutting out the supermarket. Love you, Gourmet Glatt, don't get me wrong. I'm still going there every day.
Gourmet Glatt too. It's not going to completely cut out the
Absolutely
supermarket, right?
not.
I would never do that to
Right.
Gourmet Glatt or anyone else.
Or anyone.
But
Right,
the
but
idea
you still need your milk. You still need your milk and your eggs and your
Totally.
Shabbos food. Jamie, I have an idea for you.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, no, it's a good one. It's a good one. You're going to like it. And I know everyone would like to share feedback also. You can email me, Naomi@NachumSegal.com, if any feedback you have ideas, and I'll forward them on to Jamie. But what about snacks for the kids? You pick healthy snacks and they come in the box, and you can click off what snacks you want and they put it in the box.
Everyone is talking about, Naomi. You're first of all, you're so on trend. You're ahead of trend. We were also talking about lunches that are ready to go, and then we would even include the note so that you could then write the little love note to your kids and it would already come to fix with a little place for you to write the special personalized note.
Joy Wilson is on the show. She's cracking up from this.
Yeah.
Have you met Jamie?
I've never met Jamie.
Jamie, this is Joy of Cakes.
Hi.
Before
I gotta order these boxes. Sold.
Before I called her Joy of Kosher, Jamie.
Yeah. A lot of people do that by accident.
Yeah.
But
But
we
love you both.
classy and elegant. That's what I was hearing when I came on the line at the very end. I was who is she talking to? Who is that woman?
She is. You two have to meet for real
Yes,
in person.
for real.
I want to bring you guys together.
But the lunch idea, oh my God, can we use that?
I've been making my husband
Right.
lunch for 26 years.
Oh, my husband has to make his own
Naomi.
lunch, but we make the kids lunch.
I don't make my kids
Are you
lunch.
kidding me?
I promise you, I've been making Svi lunch since we're married.
Oh my goodness.
Every day.
Is that the secret? It's I need a secret, Is
No,
that the
no.
secret to your beautiful relationship, making him lunch for 26
Everybody knows. I put on Instagram every once in a while. Then people will say to Svi on the train, his train buddies, I know what you're having for lunch today, because they watch these lunch stories. But yeah, I make Svi lunch, so it would be great if I had some lunch ingredients. I usually make lunch from last night's leftovers.
Right.
Okay, right. That works too. And by the way, we tell people, let's say you're a family of 4 or 6, you can still order for 8, and then you have leftovers, and that's exactly easy packing for lunch.
Oh,
So
that's
totally.
actually a great idea. But you need to some cool breads. You've got it's coming from Miami, right? You got some pretty cool breads down there.
Yes. Oh, well, first of all, of course they do. Everything's coming from Miami. It's the freshest fish from Crudo. It is
The fish is from
overnight
Crudo?
shipped to your door. Yeah,
I love
isn't that amazing?
Crudo. I love them.
Yeah,
I love
you didn't-
them.
You didn't order the trout. I mean, people are freaking out. The fish is so fresh. It's like it just came out of the water.
Really?
I mean, it's unbelievable, and it's overnight shipping. So nothing, your ingredients are in transit for the most minimal amount of time to ensure freshness. It's really, really exciting, and people are going crazy from Canada, from England, from Israel. Everyone wants it, so it's like we need to first really,
nail it down right in the United States.
United States, and then we can go larger, God willing, one day.
Oh my God, that is really cool. I think it's like such a great concept. It's growing by the day, and I see everyone's really buzzing about it.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's hard to do something new. I think, in the food industry, and you and I, Naomi, have been in it for so long. Thank God I was like, just had my first baby when I pitched my first book to Time. So she's 14. She's in high school. It has been a long road getting here. And I always have been wanting, you and I, we always want to do something new and fresh and different and exciting and not just the same. We want to continue to innovate this industry that we love and care so much about. And like I said, it's been a dream for many years because it's not a new concept, and it was really hard, really, really hard, to be honest with you. You and I always say it like it is, to get this off the ground.
Oh,
really,
I can
really
only
hard.
imagine. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
How did you partner up?
So it's so funny. So I really tried to do this a number of times with a number of different people, many of whom you probably know, and we just couldn't get it off the ground. And I just thought it was dead, meaning I just thought, I missed the boat. This is never going to happen. Maybe it's not even trending anymore. Maybe people don't even want it. And then out of nowhere, this company, J-Chef, down in Miami, had started it. And they said, let's partner up. Like, they were like the best kept secret. They were just doing very sort of localized, and they wanted to go national. And I had been wanting to do this, and I didn't even have faith because, again, I had been speaking to multiple partners over the years. And I mean, we're talking 6 months, 9 months talks, negotiations, development, in facilities and distribution. I can't even tell you how far down the line we got with some of these people. I'm like, another one. Ugh. And I'm telling you, like six weeks later, we launched. And then we sold out the first month. We were covered in Yahoo. We were in Times Square. Our headline that, we launched a kosher meal kit collaboration literally was in lights in Times Square. We took off 1 month for the Chagim. We started with 35 states, and then we took off with 1 month for the Chagim, and then we went nationwide in November.
Are you going to do a Pesach line? I know I'm saying the P word, and it's only December. Sorry, everyone. But come on, after Hanukkah, there's Purim and Pesach, guys, so wake up.
To be honest,
she has to plan
it's
ahead.
very, very possible. It's not so hard.
I can give you some great recipes. Jamie, you can use some Perfect for Pesach recipes.
Can I what?
You can use some of my recipes from Perfect for Pesach.
That'd be so fun.
Serious?
I love that idea.
Write that down.
I love it. Just so you know, it's not so simple it takes a lot of work. You know everything. So I'm not.
No, I do not. I know nothing.
But to format these recipes, you and I, we have an incredible inventory of recipes. I have 10,000 recipes on jamiegeller.com. It literally takes weeks to format, and we still always ask for feedback to get this right for the meal kits. Because remember, you have to have weight, you have to have margins, you have to fit into a box, you have to have enough servings that can fit into a box. I mean, it has to be efficient. It's unbelievable. I mean, we need to have only 10 ingredients or less and only 6 steps. So a lot of modifications have to be made, even to our amazing recipes.
Right.
So it's a lot to consider from a business and operational perspective.
No, I totally get that. Logistics is huge. Yeah. I always talk about that. It's one thing to have, like on a Pesach program, to have the world's best food. But if you can't get it to your customers, you ain't got nothing.
Yeah, totally.
Right? Like,
totally.
If there's a hold up in the kitchen or you guys in shipping or the supermarket or, you know, and everything's got to be perfect all the time because you've got to keep the customers happy.
Everything has to be perfect. Remember, it has to fit into a certain size box, and it has to be able, if you're ordering for X amount, then we have 3 size boxes, but, certain recipes have to complement each other, and the amount of weight, actually, not just like what the right amount of amount is for the recipe to taste good, we have to consider the weights for shipping. And it's like a whole logistical nightmare.
Right. Crazy, 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 crazy. I can only imagine. Jamie, can we do some sort of giveaway for our United States listeners?
Oh, of course, Naomi. Would I ever say no to you?
Oh,
ever?
Thank you. I just thought of it now. So I know I'm putting you on the spot, so you can make up what you want to do.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so how about we give, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
It's because I love Naomi. She gets 3 listeners will be able to win a box, and it's a 2-night box. So you'll get to get 2 recipes for your family, and we deliver Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Naomi can pick 3 winners among her listeners.
Jamie, that is
How about
like
that?
beyond generous.
Number one.
Oh my
Oh, I love
God.
you.
Oh my
I
gosh.
mean, we've been
3
through a lot,
nights.
Naomi,
You get 3 winners. I'm writing it down.
Uh-huh.
3 winners, 2
and they get a
2 nights, and they can pick from what they want. Oh my God,
Yeah.
guys! You have to email me, Naomi@NachumSiegel.com, and I'm going to share your information with Jamie, and we will pick a winner together.
Okay, we'll do that. And can we also please just ask everyone, tell all your friends about it. If you love it and you try it, like tell your school, tell the world. That's all I ask.
I think that's amazing. Oh my gosh, absolutely incredible! Wow, Jamie. I thought 1 box. That was like really generous.
Oh, no.
Oh, very nice. Thank you.
3 winners, 3 boxes, and they each get 2 nights each.
Okay,
So.
and all you have to do is email me at Naomi@NachumSiegel.com, and we will get you that. We will pick you a winner. Jamie and I will do that together. Absolutely fantastic. Jamie, anything new coming up? What's going on besides
Oh my
the
gosh, that wasn't enough?
No, Jamie, you've got always something up your sleeve. What are you working on
Yeah.
now?
Well,
outside
I'm
of
going to be on the Today Show for Hanukkah, so that is very exciting.
Good. So you're going to be in America, and I'm going to
gonna
be in Israel. Great.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. Then I'll be just doing something with the feed also for Hanukkah, so I'm excited about that.
No, with Jake Cohen?
And yeah.
Oh,
isn't
no.
that great?
No way. He was one of the first people who I follow when I got Instagram. Oh my God. Totally jealous on that.
Really?
Oh, he's
That is
amazing.
So fun.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Cool.
I'm really excited about that, and I'm also recording something coming up with Mayor Kay. I'm really excited to
He's hilarious.
I think you probably love the same thing too. To do things that are sort of outside the food industry, I think that's really, really fun. So
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see what we'll be doing together, but we've got something planned in the upcoming months.
I cannot wait to see. I know he's always busy here at the Nachum Siegel Network, also doing something crazy and fun. So I'm sure there's something planned for that that I don't know yet about. But
I don't know yet either. He just told me what day. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll be there.
okay, absolutely fantastic. All right, great. All right, Jamie, thank you so much for joining us. And guys, if you want to win again, 3 winners will win 2 nights of food from J Chef and Jamie Geller. So just email me in and we'll pick a winner in the next couple of weeks. All right. Thank you so much, Jamie. And love you too. And I'll talk to you off.
Enjoy. I can't wait to meet you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. We'll talk off camera.
Okay, great.
All right. Bye. Jamie
Bye.
Geller joining us. Right. Isn't she so fun?
She's so cute. It's such an awesome idea. You always get mail, like at least I do, in my real mailbox, and it's never kosher.
Right.
And I'm always like, well, why can't this be kosher? So
Yeah, it's great. This is his phone number. ZK is getting me Sruli Meyer on the phone. I'm from Sruli Eats. Okay. He's going to get him on the phone. We'll keep talking.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's such a great concept.
yeah,
Like,
I've always been so jealous that there was not a kosher version.
right.
Of this.
What's the non-kosher one? Blue Apron?
Yeah.
And I hear it's
and
like
I get like coupons all the time.
It's like a
and
multi-
it's like 50 free dollars. I'm like, I can't use
it's
it.
a multi-million-dollar business.
It's amazing. But
I-
it's really brilliant.
I hope
because
Jamie puts-
Literally, I don't have time to.
I hope she
feed my
becomes a
kids.
millionaire from this.
Yes.
Her and her partners, they've
Yes.
done work. You know, she tries so hard. She's done great things in her day and always staying edgy. So it's
Yeah.
exciting. It's hard.
It's hard to always come up with new ideas, but she really nails it with this one.
Yeah. I'm excited. She's fun. You're fun. I love bringing people together. I need to put you guys in the same room. I love
Yes.
connecting people.
Oh my gosh, that'll be so much fun.
Sruli's on the phone. Excellent. Thank you, ZK. Hello, Sruli.
Hello, Naomi. How are you doing? Good
Good.
morning. Good afternoon.
Yes. Good morning. Good afternoon to you too. Welcome to Table for Two. I finally got you on the show.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. So we just had, I'm just recapping. We have Joy Wilson from Joy of Cakes here in the studio.
Hi.
Oh, very nice.
You
Hi,
would've-
how are you?
He said, "Hi, how are you?"
Oh, I'm good. Thank you. Sorry, I can't hear like everything.
I have the
Yeah.
I have the email.
It's okay.
Can
I'm
you
gonna-
not hear?
I can hear through over there.
I never
but-
know what everyone else can hear because
Yeah.
I wear the headphones. If you are watching on our YouTube channel, which is always so much to watch us all in action here, I have what these are called cans. They're
Right.
earphones. Thank you, ZK. So we had Joy Wilson of Joy of Cakes. If you would be here, you'd love all the cakes that she bought me.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we are having a good time. And she made a cake of my book,
Oh,
Perfect
wow.
Flavors, for his birthday. So
I have to see that. That
Yeah.
sounds cool.
yeah. So and then we just had Jamie Geller on the phone.
Oh, wow. You guys are, what are you having me for?
Okay, so now I want to introduce. Sruli does a few different things. He wears a few different hats. He's a marketing expert. He works for Kosher Rica, and
Thank
he's
you.
in the music business.
Thank
so,
you.
So I think you pretty much belong on the Nachum Siegel Network because you do music,
Yes.
and Nachum Siegel's music, right? So,
Yes.
all right. So talk to us a little bit about your own Instagram, Sruli Eats, and he has his own Instagram, of course.
Yeah, and I also do cooking. So cooking, eating, music, travel. This is the perfect place for me.
Right, exactly. That's what we have. I wish he could be in the studio, but he lives in Florida. He's right now in Miami Beach,
I'm roughing it over here.
Nebuchadnezzar, and we are
Yeah.
here in Lower East Side, where, fall, grey colours, whatever.
I know. Not quite as exciting as my
Beautiful weather, I'm sure.
Maybe not. It's not as warm as Florida, let's put it like that. Okay.
All
So,
right,
so
all
talk
right.
to us about your cooking. When did you get into the cooking?
What about my cooking? Yeah, I have on top of the other things that I do, I also have my own little side thing called Shirley Cooks, and I just do like home cooking, and even sometimes attempt home baking. Not as fun or as easy. Actually, in the middle of a pie crust right now. I might have to text you about that later.
Okay, no
And,
worries.
I'm very excited that I'm also working with Costa Rica. They have some very exciting things coming up.
Okay, so talk to us a little about the cruises that Kosher Rica does. We're focusing on the cruises.
Yes, so I grew up in Miami, which means that I drove past the Miami, the seaport down by Miami Beach, and I can tell you growing up, always looking at those cruises, how big these ships are. It's almost unimaginable. And when you're on it, it's even more crazy because it's almost like a floating city.
That's
It's
what they
really
say.
Unbelievable. Yeah, a lot of people will say, "Oh, I can't go on a cruise. I'm going to get motion sickness and I get seasick." And the truth is, when you're on this ship, you literally will not even know that you're on the water unless you go out and you see it, because they have Central Park, they have restaurants, malls, they have a carousel. They have a beautiful carousel on the Allure of the Seas. They have unbelievable things going on. Obviously, incredible food and just like endless things to do. And they have rock climbing, they have Broadway shows, roller skating, ice skating.
All
It's really,
on a cruise. This is all on a cruise, guys. We're not talking
Yes.
about a city or Miami. We're talking about a ship floating in the middle of the ocean. Now, I've been on a cruise before. I went on Royal Caribbean, and it was a pretty nice ship. It wasn't the fanciest ship. It didn't have all that stuff, but we loved
This
every
one
minute of
is
it.
the Allure of the Seas, which is one of the largest ships in the world. It's remarkable. Let's just put it that way. It's
Amazing.
pretty remarkable.
So when I went on the cruise, and we're talking like nearly 10 years ago, I get seasick, by the way. I get nauseous in the car rides, and I get seasick. Many times I did not get seasick on the
You
cruise.
didn't.
Did
Yeah, I've heard
not
that. I've heard
get
from
seasick.
people who are very,
I am
very
a nauseous
sensitive.
person. I get nauseous. I don't go on merry-go-rounds. I'm like, I can do a roller coaster because I'm going upside down. That's different than going round and around for some reason. I was not.
Like the carousel.
Yeah, bleh. Even saying it makes me nauseous.
On a boat.
On a boat, no, but on a boat eating yogurt, that would just probably kill me now. The three things that I hate. But on a cruise ship, I did not.
Exactly.
I did not. Am I
Exactly.
shouting? Because I'm like so excited. I don't know if I'm shouting. Or not. I like love the whole cruise ship and the sunsets and all that. And
What's
the
amazing
sunrises.
about sunset on a cruise ship is that you get sunset and sunrise.
Yeah.
Because they're just surrounded by water. So it just depends which side of the ship you go on in the morning and the night.
You
and
catch
I've
it.
seen on the most unbelievable sunsets and sunrises. It's really magical. It's really beautiful.
Now,
Can I tell you a little bit about the Jewish music one since I'm on the
yes,
Network?
and absolutely. And can I just say one other thing?
Yes.
I was not on a kosher cruise, so you're going to just take it from there, okay? So tie all that
Okay.
in. I've given you lots to talk about. Go.
Well, you have automatically, when you go on a cruise, there's tons of things to do. And there's just, even on a regular cruise, they keep you pretty entertained. But on a kosher cruise, you have the extra benefit of having daily minyanim, there's speakers, there's lectures, there's different types of events. On the Jewish Music Cruise that's coming up on January 12th,
That's Yeshiva Week?
there's two of these cruises. The second one is on Yeshiva Week. That's the
Well, my kids'
I'll give
school
you the date.
starts, I mean, they would have to miss a few days, but there's Yeshiva Week that overlaps with
I don't
that.
think they would complain.
Right, my kid's for sure not. My kid's going to go to England and Israel. She's already missing a few days.
That's so funny. The other one is January 19th, the Yeshiva Week one. That's January 19th. Also on the Royal Caribbean, Allure of the Seas. It has all the exact same things as the Jewish Music one, just the Jewish Music one also has Jewish music. They have Avram Fried, they have Shalom Lemmer, Dudu Fisher, Yaakov Cantor, Yaakov Mutzin. Eighth Day is going to be there.
Oh, fun.
And they have music by Sababa. It's pretty amazing, let's just say.
And where does it leave
Yeah,
from?
full concert, and they have a full concert experience. They have a theater in there, and it's pretty. It's hard to imagine, but you're going to a concert. It's just on a ship.
Oh, I cannot. I would love to do one of those. And tell me about the where does it leave from?
It leaves on the 12th. It goes from Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, you have to
And
get
then
to
it-
Fort Lauderdale.
Yes, you have to come to Florida. That's step one. Then you go to the port in Fort Lauderdale, and they board from there. And then it goes to the Bahamas. It goes from Coco Cay to Nassau. Then it's at sea for like a full day. It's just at sea. And then it goes to in Mexico, 2 different stops in Mexico. And then Shabbos, it's at sea.
Oh, which is
And then-
perfect.
Yeah, exactly, by design. And then the last day, it comes back to Florida. But yeah, let me tell you, when you're in Nassau, it's a pretty incredible experience. The Bahamas is something very
It's
special.
beautiful. When I did my cruise, I did the Royal Caribbean cruise. We got a whole day in Nassau, and
Yeah.
we took. Here's a little hack for everyone. I don't know if it still works. The Days Inn is next door to that big hotel. I'm pretty sure it's the Days Inn. Next door to what's that big one? Atlantis. If you take rooms at the Atlantis, you get like 4 free tickets or something to the Atlantis pool. So we took a room, got free tickets to the pool and to the water park, and we spent the day in the water park. Then we Ubered back to the cruise, which then left at 10 o'clock at night. We had the whole day at the Atlantis.
That's awesome.
It's pretty amazing.
you can do that.
Atlantis is another level. It's really, really incredible.
So you can do that on the cruise. You can take an Uber from the cruise or a taxi. There was no Uber back then. A taxi to the hotel. We checked in next door, and wait, they had kosher bagels. So we in the breakfast. We had kosher bagels. Kosher cream cheese was in the breakfast room. And they bought us out a fresh cream cheese. So we had
beautiful.
bagels, cream cheese for breakfast because we couldn't have that. They didn't have that on the cruise because it was not a kosher cruise.
Well, now you won't have that problem.
Now we don't have that problem. Okay, so talk about the other cruises that are going on.
Yeah, so they have literally just incredible things going on. And they have a cruise that goes to Alaska in August. There's 2 different cruises that go in August. One is on the 9th of August, and one is on the 16th. And, as beautiful as Nassau, as the Bahamas are, when you go to Alaska, the views of the mountains, the snow-topped mountains, all the things that they do there, it's pretty amazing. Like, for instance, it's on the Holland America, and they start from Seattle, which is already a beautiful place.
Yeah,
Seattle's
Seattle's beautiful.
The Space Needle, and check that out. And they go to Juneau in Alaska. They go to all these incredible places all over, you just see these just mountain tops, the snow-covered ice. It's another beautiful, beautiful experience and views that you don't get
Anywhere else.
if you're going to the Bahamas.
I love
It's a different
Alaska.
experience.
I have gone to Alaska twice to do cooking events, but
wow.
I've never done a cruise, and it's really mashahu. Like
There's a lot of nature reserves over there. You could see wildlife, incredible like birds and animals. It's just really, really a special place to be. Then they have also cruises going to Venice and Greece
yay!
in August, and the Mediterranean cruise from Rome in June. Where else do you want to go? Tell me a place.
I want to go everywhere. South America.
South America. Yeah, there's a South America cruise from Rio de Janeiro. How about that? January 15th, 2020.
Oh my
Coming
God!
up, actually.
I wouldn't know what's a
awesome.
big joy. What would you want to go on? Everything.
Yeah. Do I have to just choose one?
Yeah, right. Now, Kashrus, how hard is it to get a kitchen on a cruise? Like, is it how does all that work?
It's a very, very big undertaking, and I'll tell you something else. there are workarounds that people have, tried to do in the past, to not go on a kosher cruise, just go on a regular cruise and, try to bring on or get accommodations from the cruise lines and all that, all these, a lot of options that people have tried. And the truth is, with this, what's so beautiful is the convenience that everyone is with you. You don't have to think about it. You just walk in there, and it's just breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything between, top-of-the-line kosher, very high-end, quality, delicious food. And you don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about the kosher. You don't have to worry about if the guy in the kitchen that you asked very nicely is going to heat it up the right way in the right place. You don't have to worry about any of the stuff because it's all taken care of, and it's all top of the line.
And do they
and then
do?
You also get the minyanim and everything
Right,
else.
right. Shiurim, I'm sure, and that,
And Shabbos. An unbelievable Shabbos experience. That I can tell you. Shabbos in this setting is unlike anything you've ever experienced before.
Oh my God, I'm platzing. I would love to do this.
You'll take one of each.
Okay, I'll take one of everywhere. I'm going to spend the year on Kosher Rika cruises. I rent out my house. Actually, it's a thing. People do that. There are people that rent out their houses and go from cruise to cruise to cruise, and they book on the cruise the next cruise.
So they're ready.
So they're ready to go. They're always
That's smart.
Right.
Very smart.
And they get all the food.
You stay on sea. You'll just be like you'll just live on the sea. What's wrong with that?
And it's all wheelchair accessible, so it's really easy.
Wow.
I'm serious. Like, I've seen people do this on cruises, and I've heard about it.
Amazing.
Like, you could literally do this, and it's a good deal. Like,
I want to tell you about one other cruise because this is also a very beautiful cruise because it's a Jewish heritage cruise.
Oh yes, I'm ready.
And this cruise goes to it's a Baltic heritage cruise with Rabbi Well. And it goes to Denmark. It boards in Copenhagen in Denmark, and it goes to Berlin. It goes to Estonia. It goes to St. Petersburg in Russia, which you stay in overnight. And it goes to Helsinki in Finland, and it goes to Stockholm, and then it comes back to Denmark. And that's a very, very beautiful experience because they take you on the land, and they go to a lot of old Jewish locations that are relevant and very important, and also really beautiful, actually.
Yeah, sign me up for that one too. Surely, I'm going to rent out my house. I'm coming. See, we'll do this. He'll just quit his job, and we'll do this.
Like no man.
Well, we'd be happy to have you.
Oh, thank you. I love traveling. Guys, if you've been following me on Instagram for the last, since I started, but the last 2 years, 3 years, it's been heavily on the travel. I'm hardly going to be home in December. While this is airing, I will have just come back from Australia. I'm going to Ohio this coming week to do book tour for the Jewish Book Council. I'm going to Dayton, which I'm super excited about. I can't wait to share my adventures there with everyone on Instagram. And then I'm leaving to Israel in a few days
Oh, wow.
on my birthright
Beautiful.
trip. And then I come back, and a week later I go to London and Israel.
Unbelievable.
I love to see the
You're
world.
living the life. You're living the travel
It's
life.
it's all work. But, it sounds really glamorous. There's a lot of work that goes in behind it. But I say I want to see the world one bite at a time.
That's awesome.
brilliant. I
Right?
love it.
Right? This is how we should see the world. Like
Naomi,
eating our way.
if someone has to do it, I'll be happy for you to be the one.
Thank you. But
You'll take the hit.
I'll take the hit for everyone. But I really believe Marabu Masech Hashem. Hashem has created this incredible, beautiful world with beautiful flavors as well, like
Yes.
eating flavors. We have
Perfect
to.
flavors.
It's our job to experience that. From Joy's cakes to Dilla's pickles up on the block on Essex Street to all the food in Miami, Vietnam, Sydney, Australia, Israel, Eretz HaKodesh. And we even have all that great stuff going on in Israel all the time. My birthright trip's a foodie tour.
That's
Oh, that's
amazing.
not
I wish I was
bad.
on that trip
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm curious
I'll
to
trade
see.
you cookies for a trip.
Done. Because Joy's cookies are amazing. Surely, you got to meet Joy. Did you guys end up meeting it? You were all at the Melinda's Joy of Media
Jewish
conference.
Food media.
Oh, were
Joy's
you there?
every year.
I don't think we met, but
Oh,
we
my
should.
goodness. Next one. Or
Surely-
maybe sooner. Who knows?
Surely, she did the cakes
to
at the
Florida.
desserts. Did you see the dessert station?
Yeah, they were
The
beautiful.
cake, the soup pot.
She was amazing.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
And it
Now,
tastes
when
as
am
good
I
as
going
it
to see a
looks.
photo of your cookbook cake?
It's on Instagram.
Okay, I'm
The
going
one that
there
you've
right
made.
now.
Yeah,
It's already
yeah.
on my Instagram now. But when this says, I'll send you a photo, I'm going to post all about it.
Beautiful.
I'm going to have a good time with that. That will, I think, might be my next picture. My next
Awesome.
story that goes
Can I
up.
tell people where to go to book?
Absolutely.
Book
Before we
cruises,
round
all
out
of
the
them?
show, where do we go for these cruises? Tell us.
You go to CostaRica.com, and you can also find us on Instagram at Costa Rica Travel. Go and please book it, enjoy it, tell us about it, and I think you're going to be pretty happy.
Okay, thank you so much. And we're going to maybe have some specials for my listeners and followers in the next couple of weeks to promote.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, let's do it. So stay tuned. Thank you so much, Sruli Eat.
Thank you so much for having me.
Sruli Cooks, right? Don't say Sruli.
Yes,
Sruli Cooks.
I eat also.
Yeah, me too, right? Thank you
That's a
so
different
much.
page. After I cook it, I eat it.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for joining us from Costa Rica.
Thank you for having me.
Joy of Cakes. Joy Wilson is here. Full table full of food. Thank you for joining us, Jamie Geller. We have music sponsored by our friends Up Until Lichtbenching from Kedem. Thank you very much, Kedem, for all your continued sponsorship. Want to wish everybody Shabbat Shalom, B'Te'avon, happy cooking.